What's up, everybody? We're back. The Snake Reality After Show, episode 4. Oh my God, I clicked the wrong intro video. That took forever. Oh my God, Lindsay, what's up? How you doing? It's been 2 weeks.
I'm doing good. I thought we got promoted. We got 30 seconds. I was like, let's go.
Yeah, you get to get a quick workout in or something.
Yeah, something going on.
Kristin, we missed you last week. Hey.
I know, I'm back. I'm alive. I'm back from the dead, hanging out. I'm ready to get some snake talking.
Welcome back.
Thanks. It's lovely to be here.
For anyone who missed last episode, Kristin was, feeling a little under the weather. She is back with us. She's caught up, and she's very excited to talk about this episode because I
am. But also, before we get into that, I have to say, since I wasn't here, I am extremely, very pissed off that my boy Jacob and my boy Brian are gone. I so glad I missed that because I would have had some serious words on the live. So yay for us that we missed that, but very sad. Brian.
That Jacob. Is fair. You didn't get your piece. They were basically kicked off and no longer with us. It's kind of sad.
It is sad. I literally love that you were texting me during it, and I was like, you're like, what do you think's gonna happen? I was like, as long as my boy Brian and Jacob are good, and you're like, well, don't watch the episode. I was like, son of a bitch.
So, you might as well just tune off.
Right. I was like, that's fine. Whatever. So yes, Brian and Jacob, hearts. But
we have the new episode here, and we basically started off from where our silly boy Jacob looking silly again, and Frankie boy comes up to him being basically like, I feel bad for you, but not really. I mean, you're kind of on the bottom. I don't want to be there with you.
He legit threw out one of the funniest lines of this episode where he's like, swim, Nemo. I was like, if that's not describing Jacob right now as the little baby Nemo with the injured fin, hilarious. Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming, Jacob.
I mean, he is. I give it to him. At least he's keeping it up like Nemo. He's trying.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely trying very hard.
Mm-hmm.
I personally liked the start where Jack is like, hey, the bros, we're the best secret alliance ever in this game with Catherine. Nobody knows we're even a thing. And then it immediately cuts to Catherine going, oh, I just told Jacob and Derek the other night that this is a secret alliance. And I basically let it out of the bag. And then Jake's just telling her, we're so good. We're so good. That part cracked me up.
I also had a moment, and I'd love to hear what Lindsay has to think, but I literally, when he was sitting there and he's like, Catherine can't lie, I'm like, oh, sweet baby Jack. You sweet baby Jack. What am I going to do with you?
Yeah, just come on, babe. No. Catherine's just running circles around them, and the three trio bros are going on. No, you gotta pay attention to her, guys. Pay attention.
Yeah, it was a very moment of poor sweet baby Jack. We know that this is you are gonna get your ass handed to you. Can't wait.
Foreshadowing for sure.
I mean, I am definitely enjoying Jack and Catherine, especially after we go through this episode a little more. I mean, there's a reason they started shadowing the little alliance at the start of this episode. But
they were preparing us for what was to come.
They cut really quick into the challenge, though. I swear to God, it was the first 10 minutes. The challenge.
Okay, yeah, let's not call that a challenge.
It was not a challenge. It was a luck of circumstance.
Jim, okay, this was not a challenge.
Host called it a challenge, so it's challenge, right?
Okay, I hope I'm one of whoever who had dinner plate.
Literally, when he says this at the end of the episode, when he's telling dumb idiot that we got in now that he's like, because you didn't compete, and I'm like, compete? They ate dinner. They didn't. Okay.
They hung out, got drunk, and randomly got awarded a winner.
Oh my God. Listen, I know we're about to talk about that, but nothing pisses me off more than you randomly sit down and it's your plate. Are you insane? And then you want to call it a competition. We're not doing this. We are absolutely not doing this.
And 1,000% with Kristin on that one, unless it's my plate. And then never mind, disagree.
Right.
I mean, even me, but like, who gets this plate? And I'll let Austin, because I know he was so excited about this, announce this. But when they got this plate, I was like, oh dear. Oh dear.
I was just excited that they didn't have cockroaches underneath the plates for once.
Right? For sure. But tell the viewers what they want to know. Who won the coveted snake medallion?
Well, first off, let's tell everybody the juicy part of the challenge, right? Basically, our favorite OnlyFans content creator, Alyssa's just getting absolutely hammered off a bottle of wine. She doesn't give a shit out here.
She's like, dump this one, I'll dump this one, let me make a little mixy drink. She's having the time of her life, and I'm here for it.
Catherine's out here playing detective, basically in the role of Derek. She's like, hey, listen, I'm watching everybody's face. Everyone's forgetting the social part of this game, blah, blah, blah. And everyone's just, Devontae, I think's rapping. You got
I see that wine rap down. I'm down for it. I was there for the wine rap.
Like, basically, everyone's just having a good time. And then our goody old man, Jeffries, comes in. He's like, hey, so hopefully you guys had a great meal or whatever the hell you guys just did. Look under your plates because one of you is a snake. And I think it was Brett is like, there's already a winner or something like that.
Right, because that would imply they were supposed to be competing, which they weren't. They were eating dinner.
Yes.
So everyone opens their plate. Everyone flips their plate, and Alyssa flips her plate, and she doesn't even know she won it. She's just looking at the plate, and Frankie's like, "Babe, it's you."
That's where we're at. She's so hammered drunk. She's like, "Is this a snake?" Like, I don't even know. Yeah. Oh my God, Alyssa, we love you. Listen, also there was somebody like drunk shaming her in that moment. Let the girl live. Like, let her have her moment. But also major point in here is Derek started clocking Frank as well. He was like, he's in with the girl. Like, there's a lot. He's starting to realize that Frank is sitting pretty, which we've said before.
That's a great point. Yeah, Derek is pointing out that Frank's in with like almost everyone at this point. Frank's talking girl talk in the hairdressing room. Frank's talking crap with the boys. I mean, Frank's everywhere.
That he is. The other thing I have to mention here, which was also one of my favorite moments of this, is I love that Alyssa immediately gets the steak and they send us to her drunk confessional. This girl was so hammered in this confessional. And it was the shortest one, but you could tell, like, instantly she's like, I mean, I guess I got the steak. Like, she's so gone, and I loved it.
Yeah, like, poor girl, give her water, but also, like, great TV. Like,
thank you, Alyssa, for this moment, because it was great.
Appreciate you, Alyssa.
No, I love Alyssa. Like, she literally was talking about how she doesn't want to be a big threat, and then she's, like, making a big scene about her win at the table, like, oh, thank you, guys. I'm like, oh, my God, girl. You don't even know what you just said in the confessional.
She did it.
But I do want to. What'd you say, Kristin?
No, I was gonna say, but then we get something stupid. But I'm sure, was there something else you wanted to bring up about this?
No, I was gonna say this is Kristin's favorite part of the episode, where a big old box comes in, and I think we all know what that means, right? We're getting a brand new player. Come on now, I know everyone's excited about that. So John, the politician, pops on out and pisses everyone off right off the bat. I swear to God, someone called him a vape seller or something. Like,
my boy Jack did.
Yes. So how do you guys feel about our second player coming in, like episode 4?
Lindsay, you start, because I've got some words.
I will say that while I was busy Googling who this person is and trying to learn everything I can about him, my husband's like, oh, they're talking shit about him. Write that down. This guy should not be here.
Yeah.
No. He's interesting. Go ahead, Kristin. I think it was a terrible game move to bring somebody in at this point, but I'm not running the production here, but you go ahead, Kristin.
Oh, I'm going to rag on production. What the hell are you guys thinking? This is stupid. I mean, honestly, listen, at first I was like, wait, we did a double. Like, maybe it was a fake out double. Like, is Brian or Cody going to be? I would have accepted that because they just, like, made the enemies by taking them out, right? So, like, bring them back in for a little drama. I would have accepted that. But no, we get freaking what's his butt, John? No, no. This cocky idiot comes out, and they all have rights to be pissed because then immediately he's like, "Of course you're safe." Okay, why is this random person getting safety because you decided to bring it? This is like a Boston Rob coming in with traitors and like, "Oh, here, be a traitor." Stupid.
I'm pretty sure Jordan's only moment of this entire episode that we really hear her talk for more than like 5 seconds is her saying like, "Just leave." I think she literally just says that. I'm like, I agree. That's so crazy. Like, I'm on board with y'all. I think it's a little wild. Not only has there been one, like Kristin, at least it's early enough for me to be fine with it. But you got episode 4, you just sent home like 4 people. Come on, like you're throwing in another player. What's next? You're gonna throw in a third player halfway through the game?
Exactly. Yeah. And to Jordan's edit and how it's going, to be honest with you guys, I wrote down on the top of my notes right here, Jordan, HR director, who is this? And I rewind it to show my husband when they're sitting on the couch in a later scene. It was like, does Jordan and Alyssa look the same person? Have I been thinking the same person for 4 episodes? I was so confused.
Lindsay, I love that you brought this up because I literally said to Austin, he's like, Jordan something. I was like, who's Jordan? And he's like, the girl on screen. I'm like, legit thought there was a Jordan. Sorry, girl, but like legit forgot you were there.
Me too, sorry. I was like, OnlyFans and HR director? She have 2 jobs? Like,
it was literally the moment where the 3 of them were talking in the room. Alyssa, Jordan's in the middle, and Frank's on the side. And she's going, and I'm talking about Jordan. She's like, who's that? I'm like, literally the chick's sitting in the middle of this episode.
I didn't even see her sitting there. That's how bad this is until you pointed it out. And I was like, oh, she's in the room. I didn't realize. I'm so sorry. And
I don't think it's Jordan's fault. They're just very poorly editing our girl.
Our girl, Jordan. Exactly. I'm sorry.
Jordan, we support you.
We do. Even though we forgot you were there. I'm so sorry. But also, here's another point that I have to bring up with Kristin because I forgot she was there too. Legit forgot she was there. But how dare she already forget my boy Cody, my sweet baby boy Cody, and she already forgot him and she's moving on. Rude. John is not there. We need Cody. Like, no. Because I love that they were like her in a confessional. She's like, say hi to Cody. And then the next scene, she's like, hi, John. And I'm like, oh, rude.
She hightails it to go shake his hand.
Rude. That's so rude to my poor boy, Cody.
Agreed.
Unacceptable behavior.
Oh, man. But we basically get a bunch of duo convos after this. We got like Derek's pleading to Alyssa about the Jack ordeal that we're going to get into in a second that goes insane actually, but he basically is like, hey, listen, Jack's trying to get rid of you, and she tells this to Alyssa, and Alyssa's like, oh, if that's the case, then now I'm mad. And then you cuts to Jack and McLean holding hands, and I'm sitting here like, come on, man, like you guys are basically Kristin and Cody now, like what's going on here?
No, she forgot Cody. She's now with the other guy. You forgot. Yeah. But no, I wrote this in my notes. I'm like, all these showmances that seem to be happening. What is this, like Bachelor in the Snake Pit? Like, what are we happening here? What's going on? But also, they had a kiss, and I'm like, kiss of death. But also, Jack, I am seriously calling you out. Like, Austin and I are watching this. Listen, we have to have a talk with Mom because if she allowed you to wipe your mouth with your shirt, this is a big problem, especially red lipstick on a white shirt, Jack, no.
See, that's the funniest thing because I'm like, I'd be a Jack in that moment. I'd be like, I didn't even think about it,
Instantly, that shirt is trashed.
Do you know how much effort it'd take your girlfriend, your mother, your wife to take that stain out? It's not worth it. Trust me. I've been married for almost 7 years. It's not worth it.
Throw the shirt out now because now it's ruined. Good job, Jack.
Oh, man. Well, we're getting into the juice now. So we cut to that threesome scene where I just talked about Alyssa missing Link and Frank. They're basically talking about, hey, do we believe Derek? Do we believe Catherine? Like, what the fuck's going on? Then Catherine magically just shows up out of thin air like, hey everyone, I just wanted to, throw my strategy number 49 out here. I'm going to plant some seeds. The boys should go home. We should get rid of, someone that you think, but the boys, their options, like literally trying to make them seem as, the boys should go home. And they're like, Jack is kind of the talks, right?
I also love that we got several rules of Catherine in this this episode here. 49 creating paranoia. We've got 33 of feelings like somebody betrayed you and the loss that has. We got 55. We're making scapegoats, and we're gonna see it kind of like a little bit for Austin and I. Like, and I don't know about you, Lindsay, but at the end there, when it all starts to get revealed, which we're gonna talk about, we were like, oh man, wait, didn't see this one coming. It was a little bit of a blindside for us. So this is where we're getting. Jacob wants to call a house meeting, which house meetings are so bad. Jacob, wait.
We're totally seeing success in this in any other reality TV show. There is none. And also, prior to the end of this episode, my favorite part has been Catherine's strategies. I was loving it, the first part of it.
I wanted to ask Lindsay this because I was like talking to Kristin about this at this point. What do you think about Catherine basically jumping ship from her like day one alliance, I guess? Like, because I'm in the impression, I'm like, why are you doing this like on episode 4?
Okay, so in general, I think it's a bad strategy move. I'm wondering what she has that we are not seeing or thinking. And we kind of see a little bit with her. I'm calling them the brochachos, the 3 main guys in the allegiance. I just think they're more loyal to each other than they are to her. And she's setting herself up for failure, but only time will tell.
See, I'm on an impression that they're kind of like, I think they actually really underestimating Catherine almost in a way, because they are like, oh, Catherine would never do us wrong. Like, that's what I'm thinking. They're under the impression. Like, would you agree, Kristin?
Yeah, we heard Jack say this earlier that like Catherine would never lie to, like all this stuff. That's where I had my Studio Jack moment. But I think I want to get to this after like everything's revealed as they're doing the snake pit here thing, because
that's why I asked the question before, because I wanted to see what.
Yeah, I will have thoughts when we get there, but.
Well, let's just jump into it then.
Let's go.
We can't. We have to talk about this house meeting. You can't just jump right there.
That's what we're jumping into. All right.
Oh, okay. I thought you were jumping all the way to the end.
We got to start from the scratch. It's like making dough.
All right. You had me worried there. I thought we were just jumping to the picking. I was like, we can't skip over the house meeting.
We literally get our boy Pastor. He's sitting there like this, sitting in the chair, and he's like, what can I do today to really fucking spice the game up? Now, the man's getting very anxious, and he's sitting there thinking to himself, oh, man, they need to know. I don't think they know. So he pulls in our trio squad, Jordan, Alyssa, and Frank, and he's basically like, hey, Catherine, come join us. Catherine's like trying to like get out of it. You can just tell. And John's like, nah, come on, we're going. And he just straight up asks her, which is kind of a baller move. He's just like, hey, just want to let all 3 of you know, like, that boys club that she's been talking about? Well, yeah, she's been in it since day one. And she's just there like, like I was dying, Catherine.
If looks could kill. If looks could really kill. But listen, I've missed calling him, Pastor Bitch, and I feel like we have now upgraded him. Austin, you gave me the idea, but we are upgrading him from Pastor Bitch to Pastor Dumbass, because it has now happened that this episode he has lost his marbles. So yeah, this house meeting went from him thinking this was a grand idea to realizing that he was up the creek without a paddle. Very
Pastor, what are you doing? And then Derek's also in the room, man. Like, you're just telling first off, Derek being in there probably was the worst move. This dude's already trying to find every goddamn grasp he can to just shake it up, and you just told him literally plan A for the night.
Yeah. No, I think this thing here is, again, we've seen never any success come from a house meeting ever. Mm-hmm. This is bad news bears all the way around. But yeah, it immediately sets Catherine off, because which led to us getting a little bit of a blindside as the audience, which we're going to get to later. But like, She is in this furious. She's like, this is where she starts throwing out all of her rules again. Like, oh, I'm hurt, so here's my number rule for loss. And she runs out and immediately goes to her bros. Oh my God, Jacob, he's so mean. He hurt my feelings. He's in there yelling at me. And they're like, we're coming to the rescue. And they're off to save the day.
Not my girl. And they all just run in there.
Right. And again, nobody had the thought to be like, let's not paint targets on our backs, but sure, to the rescue. Here we go. It was almost like the Mrs. Doubtfire of help is on the way, dear.
Help is on the way, dear.
Literally, Devontae's like, I'll handle this right now. And he just goes running in there. And then that's Catherine's third step or third rule?
Yes.
Give a decoy so it's off my back.
Yes.
And they just go in there yapping away. And Derek's just they threw Derek right into the pit too. And the dude's just like looking at Jack because they go right into the, oh, well, Derek just told, you about Jack. And then Jack's like, oh, what the fuck? Like, I did try to amend this. And Derek's like, yeah, but we're butting heads anyway. So, and then Derek was like to Frank, like doing the looks. And Frank goes into that confessional saying, the dude was like calm looking at me the entire time. Like, it just becomes a shit show from the Catherine to the boys club coming in bitching. You got Derek bitching. What the hell? What are we taking in here? I'm gonna ask that question because I was like, oh my God, they're just painting terrible pictures on themselves at this point.
I want to go to Lindsay first because I want to hear what Lindsay has. Like, put yourself in these shoes here, Lindsay. Where do you go? Do you like stay quiet in these moments, or are you right in there like, oh no, we got to defend? What's going on in your thoughts?
Oh no, I've been totally silent. I'm like, you are blowing up your games. What are you doing? Running your mouth? Like, just stop. Just stop. If you're ready to witness this, take it in, see what happens. Think about how you can use it to your advantage and to your game and what you can get from value from this conversation. Don't just start running your mouth because you're upset. That doesn't help anybody ever.
You got Amanda and Christine who are just sitting there. That's exactly what I would be doing too, because you're not included at all in this garbage.
No, not at all. And this is where I would grab the popcorn. I would go get Alyssa's 20th bottle of wine and start pouring. Like, this is where you watch it.
Oh, Kristin, you and I too on the same couch that other people are in on the previous scene. Like, we'll go with the popcorn and the wine and watch.
100%. But also, I love that my note here was fight. Like, they just literally lost their mind. But this is where I have my note of Frank. He's like, I brought up Mrs. Doubtfire earlier, but he reminds me so much of the brother of Robin Williams and Mrs. Doubtfire. I know. Listen, Austin, it's okay. Watch it later. But
never heard of it.
It's a great movie.
So amazing. How dare you? But he reminds me so much of the brother, but he's like, okay, I've had enough. I want nothing more. Please shut up. And then Alyssa's like, everybody but Frank, leave. Thanks. Frank and Alyssa, the dynamic duo that is saving the world, and I love them for it. Like, thank you. Love you.
It's actually the duo we need in this game because they're perfect for each other. Frank's like, don't give a shit. Alyssa's like, get the fuck out.
Right. But yeah, no, they are definitely the duo that we never thought we needed, and we're so happy we have on our screen. So thank you for that.
If I was to give the Duo of the Week award, it would be to them this week. So.
Ooh, we should start making that a weekly thing because I agree. They are the Duo of the Week. I feel like we should make that a segment.
We will now be giving out Duos of the Week and Bitch of the Week.
Great.
Pastor Bitch, sorry.
You might get
Dumbass of the Week.
You might get upgraded to Dumbass. Who knows?
Yeah. We'll do Dumbass of the Week because we've upgraded it.
Right, we've upgraded it now. Oh my gosh.
But the episode, they go right into the ceremony too from here. Like they are all storming out. They're like, war, I want my claws out. You're going home. Jacob going home. I honestly, for the first time in these 4 episodes, I was literally sitting here and I told Kristin, I'm like, usually I have like a good gist of like who's going home. But I was like, I don't know what direction it could go personally, because I'm like, I don't know what. Well, at the time, I didn't know who Jordan was kind of like believing, because they made it seem so in awe. We've barely seen her this entire episode, so I'm like, I don't even know who she really likes other than Catherine and Amanda maybe.
I was not shocked by Jordan a little bit because Frank is like onto this. He's like, I'm sniffing something out here. Alyssa immediately believed Derek. There was not even a question. I'm like, you were just like working with these people like 2 seconds ago. But she immediately jumped ship. Frank is more of like, let me think about this. Like, let me put the pieces together. I'm not there yet of who's lying. But then Jordan comes in and she's like, again, totally forgot she was there. And she's like a voice of reason that's not because she's actually wrong. But she's like, no, Derek, they know that they're at the bottom. Yeah. Derek is 100% lying. He is 100% lying. So I was like, how is this going to go down? How is this going to go down tonight? Because I don't think that they're ready to take the shot yet, right? Like, and so I was a little kind of somewhat shocked of like the turn of events that we got.
Lindsay, you have any thoughts before?
I agree as well. I have to be honest, everybody. I lost my lost the stream due to like weather stuff in between the final people versus like who ended up being saved. So I refer to both of you guys for that. But I definitely thought a different person was going home. So I'll let you guys lead up to that.
Gotcha. That makes sense. I forgot when you lost your stream. So we basically go into this. Alyssa doesn't need help up for the first time, I feel like, to the podium. And we find out that John is, safe again. So he just, walks away.
Plus he didn't get a chance to compete in dinner.
The challenge, yeah.
I'm not letting this one go. The fact that he doubled down on it at the ceremony is like, because you didn't compete, you were saying, compete in what? We need to know what this competition was.
That's one of the last things I saw. I was like, what is the point of you even being here? Like, get out.
I wonder how he felt when the producers were like, all right, this is the challenge. And I wonder if he was just like, really? Or if he was like, yeah, I love that. Let's put it in the middle of the, dining table and let's see who sits there.
Oh my god! I mean, I'd be a little mad that I was like stuck in a crate and they were having like this 4-course dinner, but whatever.
Right?
There was like lobster, steak. I'm like, what? What the hell?
Yes, and we've heard from the exit interviews of the people that have been eliminated beforehand prior to the first 3 episodes that it's really hot in those crates. They're in there for a long time. So I would have been so like annoyed listening to them have dinner while I'm stuck in there for,
Also, fun fact, the host has his own podcast, Jim. He literally does a podcast. I didn't even know that until like 2 days ago. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's kind of like Dondi, where the host is like really into his show he hosts. So I appreciate that.
Agreed. I didn't know that till Brian went on there, and that's where it caught my attention.
That was literally the clip I seen too.
Love it.
But we basically get the snake rolling, and I mean, we are not surprised at the first pick, Frank. And
I mean, I was blown away. I had no idea that was coming.
I'm glad someone was surprised.
I say this sarcastically. Come on now.
Yeah, we all know what you mean, girl.
Who picked Frank? Come on.
No way. The duo of the week. Oh, who would you choose?
Who could
their third layer, who Kristin forgets the name of, also gets picked. And
not just the name, I forgot she was a person on the show.
I'm with Kristin here. I forgot Jordan was a person.
But yay, Jordan! Yay, Jordan!
We love you. I just really thought you were listening this whole time.
We're so
now, hold on, I'm gonna say something. It would have been really funny if you said the first chick's name instead of Jordan's, the police officer. Like if you said her instead of Jordan, I would have been dying. I've been like, wow, you remember her name over
what
Jordan?
Was her name?
I can't remember.
The fact that you guys were like the cop. What's her name? Sorry.
Kaylee. Kaylee is her name. Okay, it took me a second. Her name was Kaylee. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, Kaylee. Kaylee, you're gone too soon.
Cop Kaylee.
There we go. Cop Kaylee. That's how we remember it. Which support to you, Kaylee. I'm sorry. I forgot. You guys all look the same.
If you're out first, you're still sitting here 4 episodes in. We just forget people are there. It's fine.
I mean, we forgot half the people were even there episode 2. Let's be honest.
That's true.
But we go.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So we basically go into it, and the dramatic music hits up. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, who's she gonna pick?" Nope, she just picks Catherine, and Catherine's like, "Yep, knew that was happening." And then our lovely snake basically went into what we all figured. Well, actually, not this next one. I was a little shocked. This was a very strategic play with Mackenzie or McLean getting picked here. I know I said the wrong M. See, I forget names on these people. It's crazy.
We're such a great podcast that we forget the names of the people we're talking about.
I was trying to tell myself when I first started watching this, I should have re-binged the first 3 episodes before going into this. So, like, my bad, guys. I'll watch all 4 for next week.
I screw up McLean's name all the time. I was thinking Mac, and then I said Mackenzie instead. But whatever.
Fair.
It's fine. It's fine.
But very strategic pick because she knew that she would pick Jack. And she wanted to show some trust, so she picks her. And then obviously he goes Jack, and then he goes Devontae, or he actually picked Brett, and then Brett picked Devontae. And then this is where I didn't know who the hell he was going to pick, honestly. But then the flashback from Amanda and him kind of flirting, because this is Love Island. They basically talked, and
Bachelor in the Snake Pit, get it right.
Love Island Snake. I think Bachelor the Snake Pit has a better ring for doing it though. So I think I'm with Kristin.
I love the snake. But then Amanda gets picked, and then this is where the fireworks part 2 basically, goes off. They showed a 3, and it's Christine, Jacob, and Derek, and they ask Amanda for her little Timbit before she picks, and she's like, I'm not sure what to do here. And then Jacob just kind of raises the hand. And he's like, I got some shit to say real quick. And then he basically rants about how they need to believe him. He's been telling the truth the entire time. Catherine's like, no, you're not fucking actually calling me out right now. So I'm just going to turn it all over on you because I'm in the power position up here. And basically dominated the conversation because everyone's just like, oh, I believe her. Jordan literally is like, she's never lied to me. And I'm just dying here watching that. I'm like, come on. I don't even know what question to ask here because I was so confused, like, why they believe.
Well, I have a question because I want to see what the viewers think too. But Austin, I know that you and I had a little bit of debate, and poor Lindsay kind of got cut out here, so she doesn't really know. But this is
That's
where
true.
I got a little bit blindsided here because Jacob doubles down again. This is why he is now promoted to dumbass. But he doubles down again, to which Catherine basically handed his game back to him on the snake plate that we got earlier because she calls him out and says, actually, everybody up here knew about this plan from the get-go. I told the boys I was doing this. I went and told everybody else that I was doing this to set you up to prove that you are a deceptive person. And you're only doing this to try and get like my game thrown out. But little did you know is I planned this all along. And then they start showing of all the clips of her going to each individual of these people, plotting this entire plan. And I was like, Catherine, like seriously, girlfriend, like amazing.
Best move of the season by far. And that's why I was so confused by Jacob. I'm like, do you not see that she is just dominating your entire spiel here? Like, she literally is sitting next to people who believe her 100% and caused a plan just to make you look like an asshole.
Poor
pastor bitch.
I do feel so bad for our sweet pastor who has been promoted to Pastor Dumbass, but this was a very moment that we were like, you've already kind of gotten your cards handed to you earlier today. Maybe, like, kudos. Like, seriously, you're fighting. You want to stay in. I applaud that.
Yeah.
Too little, too late a little bit, but, like, this when the audience, or at least me, is getting blindsided that she set up this entire plan. I mean, this is why I think his decision was like, yeah, it's time exit stage right, because I just literally got played so bad.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy. So I missed the setup due to weather alerts and like new stuff coming in, but just a little bit I saw. My husband and I wrote this down. He said to call it out. He goes, okay, Catherine's getting suspicious. Outburst, suspicious, question mark. Are they not catching on? And then we lost it for a couple minutes until the final people getting cut out.
Yeah. I mean, I would be sitting here looking at this as like, I mean, because she did create this entire plan, right? And they were all in on it. This is where I'd be like, we're all over here playing house and she's like dominating. Like
That was
we're all like, we're playing Showman's Island here, Bachelor in the Snake Pit, drinking, getting drunk, like living our best life. That was the moment that if I'm standing up there on these platforms with her, I'd be like, oh, she told you too? Wait, you were in on it? Oh shit, we all got played. We all just got played. Like, and that's all of them. So yeah, I do think that it was a brilliant move on her part, but I think this is going to come back and bite her in the ass big time.
And it's the classic move, the play that you see in Survivor every once in a while, where the literal puppet master knows both sides are, fine with her. And then there's the one person who's like, oh, guys, I'm telling you the truth here. Like, please listen to me. She is literally playing all of you. And everyone's just like, no, you're wrong. Like, it's one of those moments where you kind of put your whole game out there and everyone's just like, doesn't believe you. And I mean, that's what got Jacob today. But we'll finish the snake up since we pretty much are alluding to who the fuck goes home.
We ruined it.
Sorry, Burrow.
Oopsie.
Bye.
It's not no shocker. I mean, Amanda, it is a shocker. Kristin gets picked here is what kind of shocked me because Amanda was working with Derek and Jacob, and
Okay.
she's basically just like, I'm not dealing with the drama, guys. I'm sorry. It's going to drag me down. Good move. I actually liked it. Don't save a dramatic player. Keep Kristin in. Maybe now she could be a good ally for you. Who knows?
Okay,
But
Austin, I have a question for you real quick on that topic.
hit me.
As someone who missed part of the stream because of weather, I saw as soon as Amanda was making this decision, I was like, she's 1000% going to pick Kristin. And I missed the trauma and the fallout. So what makes you say that since I missed that part?
Say what?
Oh, I
Why you
knew
did-
for
why you
sure
were
Kristin. Yeah, I knew Kristin was going to be picked as opposed to the last two players left, even with my stream cutting out. So what makes you say that you're surprised?
That I'm surprised by
Yes.
how it happened was she was gonna pick, and then Jacob rose his hand, did all that. At that point, I was thinking she's probably picking Derek. Like, I was telling Kristen the entire time watching, I was like, Derek's getting picked here because it's Amanda's probably number one out of these three. Well, after the whole debacle, I think she changed her entire plan. Well, in my head, she probably was thinking she's picking Kristin the entire time. But I was surprised because she just picked Kristin as, the scapegoat out of not having to deal with her dramatic pairing, which I also think is a great play because now you basically just said to everyone or showed everyone out there, like, hey, I'm not included with this drama. Like, please don't put me in this scenario anymore, because she was in the bottom four probably for that reason, right?
Okay.
So that's why I was, a little surprised by why she picked Kristin, because, I mean, it's a social game also. Who's really working with Kristin? I mean, everyone, like, she's working with the other two, you know what I mean? Not Kristin, so.
Okay.
I think this was a brilliant move on Amanda because this does get you, like, you're exiting, but, like, one of them's gonna stay, right? So
Yeah.
like, hey, like, I was with you guys, like, she kind of even is like, you guys are like my close allies, so she's not completely shutting this door because one of them is about to stay, but we know that Kristin, like, is not, like, you know what I mean, like, she was safe last round. Nobody really wants these new players here, but she brings Kristin in to be like, here, come under my wing, you sweet baby dove. And we even see Kristin get emotional about this. So now she's just added another number to her. She's got her little showman's flingy fling with Devontae. So now she's setting herself up now for her own little trio thing here. So kudos to Amanda.
Yeah, that's totally correct. That's a really good way to put it, Kristen. Because say Kristin is saved in the role before Amanda is next episode, who is Kristin going to pick? She owes Amanda. Like, that makes a lot of sense.
And then you got John, who Kristin's trying to work with. So again, that's like a 2-for-1 almost with Amanda. If John wants to work with Kristin. So, I mean, yeah, great move. Get the toxic shit out of here. Bring in, like, the new players that no one's really been strategizing with.
Not the lawyer setting up the long-term play. Love it, Amanda. Let's go.
But I mean, we alluded to this earlier. After she makes this play, though, she basically makes Derek and Jacob grovel a little bit. But
I love it. Flex that play, Alyssa.
For sure. But I also think in this moment, we do get this last bit of amazing strategy that comes from Jacob that I think that it's clear to everyone the biggest threat here is Derek. And I do think Derek would be seeing himself out the door because they know that he's a threat. And I think in his last minute of like, I'm going to be the selfless pastor. That was not just selfless pastor. That was like, I want to fuck all of your games up.
Yes.
Fine. Screw you guys. You guys won the battle, but you're not about to win the war because I'm leaving my boy Derek in here. And I think that was hilarious.
1000%. I can't fuck you up. I think this guy can. Go right ahead, bro. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even think about that until now. That's a great point. Like, literally all their faces are just like jaw dropped because they're probably all thinking Alyssa's definitely picking this pastor. Like, and Derek's just like shitting himself. He's like, oh my God, I have another week here, basically. So yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's a good point. That's funny as hell. Pastor's like, deuces.
Bye.
Just fuck all your games. See ya.
Good luck with that one. I do want to bring up a point here about we have ragged on Pastor Jacob quite a bit, but I do want to bring up a point here that he even brings up himself, and I think this is very important, especially in kind of this toxic world that we're all living in. He brings up about him being a pastor, and he's very inclusive about everything, and we do see that especially when it's really hard being somebody that is somebody of faith. Like for myself, I'm one that I include everyone. I do not care anything. I'm going to love you regardless. And I think that that's so important that you can still have the faith of whatever you believe in, but if you're not shutting people out, and I think that definitely needs to be talked about with Pastor Jacob, as much as we rag on him, that kudos to you. You have there's a lot of positivity around you. So keep doing what you're doing, Jacob.
I rag on the man because I support him, and I do love that he came out here and showed the image of a pastor playing a game like the Snake. And he definitely says it out there right before he leaves. He's like, I just wanted to show a pastor can play a deceiving game. And he admitted it might be a little too much for him, but he gave it, his best, which he did. These last 2 episodes, he tried.
He tried. He gave it his all. And Pastor Jacob, we totally support you, especially in the world right now. Like, you are a shining light. I've been watching you on social media. I've heard in other podcasts you've been kind of dragged out, and you were very understanding the criticism and came about in a really positive way and talking to them. And I really appreciate you supporting us, understanding it's all in jest and not against you at all. And so thank you so much for reviewing it. Thank you so much for supporting us. And we are all here. Thank you so much for that. Like, I truly appreciate it.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, our pastor, episode 4.
No, I'm sorry, that was bad. That was me.
Oh, wait. Austin, are you young to know Remember the Titans?
Nope, he won't know that one either. It's fine.
Remember the Titans? It's a football movie. Of course
because it's a football movie. We'll watch it. But we won't watch the greatest movie of all time, that is Mrs. Doubtfire. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Were you
never watched
in the
it.
90s, bro? Catch up.
I'm like at the end of the 90s. So like, am I a 90s baby? Am I you know what I mean?
No, but solid episode. I think that this is gonna spark some more drama. I don't think we're done seeing this, especially because I think all of them were just blindsided by the fact that Jacob said bye XOXO, wouldn't want to be you because they're everything up.
Yeah, I mean they allude that there's gonna be a new twist in the game where starting now everyone gets an advantage or a disadvantage to give to a player, which I can only imagine what Pastor dumbass, Pastor whatever is going to do with that, advantage. Like, can he redeem himself? I think he's going to advantage someone he wants to do well personally. But
yeah, it'll be interesting to see how things. And then also, like we said, are we going to get a new crate, a new box every freaking week? No. Production.
They showed you a crate in the previews. It's a little mini crate. There's going to be like a bunny that enters the game.
Or it's like Alice in Wonderland that you pour it on it and like they grow. Anyway.
It comes out. If there's a crate every episode, I know it's not possible since they're done filming. Just put one of us on at this point. Like, oh my gosh, what is this randomness?
I too was gonna say, I know that you are done filming, but production, stop. Don't do it. We do not approve. We do not approve.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
man.
I mean, that was pretty much the episode here. We see some previews going into the next episode where everyone is basically trying to gun for Derek and everyone's kind of in chaos mode. So I think we're going to be in for a pretty good episode 5. I definitely, again, favor this episode over the rest. I think we're progressively starting to get a little better here. Mostly because there was a dramatic outrage this episode, and I totally support that.
2 of them.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Yeah, too.
I think we're starting to see less, I guess, trios and more big duos and sides here. What do you guys think is going to happen? I mean, I was completely wrong with the last episode. I thought Derek was going to take over this episode, but he almost fucking went home. So I don't even know what's going to happen this next episode.
Yeah.
Lindsay,
I'm with
you first.
Okay, well, I was definitely wrong with you as well, Austin. I thought Derek was going to take control this episode. I hope it's next episode.
Yes.
As far as happening from here, we talked about earlier in the podcast about the number 1 duo of the week. Do we have any of the bitch of the week that we want to start talking about? Because I don't know if I have an obvious conclusion yet besides the new guy, John. So I'll have to think about it. What do you guys think?
I think that the Frank and Alyssa and Jordan, like trio, duo, minus Jordan, shit's gonna.
What's Jordan?
It's
Jordan's
gonna. I think
gonna
that one's gonna be a really good duo, personally, and I think it's gonna continue on in this next episode, depending on who wins. If it's like Derek that wins, that duo is definitely gonna be involved in the decision making. I mean, what other duos is there really other than the wannabe Christine and John at the moment? Like, you got the bros, which are 3.
All
Catherine,
the shit dances. What do you mean?
I guess that's a duo, right? three boys, 2 brains, right? You got like Amanda's kind of, I don't want to say lone. Oh, we have Jack and Mac. I mean, that's a duo there.
Mm-hmm.
That's gotta start popping off soon, I would assume.
Listen, if I know reality TV, and listen, we all, like, everybody wants to say it's scripted and all the things, but in true reality fashion, if we don't get a complete upset of Derek being the snake next week and the sweet baby, like, poor Jack, I don't want to say it, but sweet baby Jack is removed from the game, and then poor McLean is left to cry the tears of her kiss of death. I mean, I'm here for it. I do not want Jack to go anywhere, but I will be here for it for the pure comedy of it.
So is the true duo Derek in this podcast or Derek and the fans?
He's by himself, so yeah, he needs something. He needs some help.
Derek
And Pastor Jacob.
Oh my gosh. I think it would be very funny if we got a disadvantage from Pastor Jacob, but I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to give an advantage to someone else.
Well,
Derek.
That's pretty much the episode in a nutshell here. Where can you find all of us at? I'm at Foate the Goat. I talk sports and other podcasts. Feel free to come by. Kristin.
Sure. Mama 2 Warriors on Instagram is the best place she'll find me.
She does Vanquish also.
Yeah.
And
that's where you'll find me the most.
I would definitely support the other 2 if you're more into reality TV and getting the updates and news on that, which they can both float their handles again. I am Lindsay Harper on Instagram. Most of my stories are going to be right now how to support people in Texas during the floods that everyone has seen on the news. So if you want to follow me for local resources, I will definitely be posting that and highlight it in my stories.
Yeah, and much love and all the prayers and everything going out to Texas right now. It's a tragedy. So sending all kinds of love to all of you guys. So
thank you.
Yes. And that's a wrap for episode 4. We will be back next week for episode 5, where we see if Derek does something. All right.
Derek.
We're rooting for you, but also
leave brother Derek.
Leave my boy Jack alone.